Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, September 21st. Stephanie has an appointment and had to leave, so Sarah Acosta is here this morning.
So I am here.
Ms. Acosta, good morning.
Good morning. Always great to be with you, Mark.
Glad you are
And Justin, love being here at the 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made a taco run between shows, Justin.
Ooh, what did you get?
And carne asada and a bean and cheese. It's my normal. I'm waiting for them as I pull up the...
Bean and cheese is your normal.
Bean and cheese and carne asada.
Oh, so you want to be the guy that's like, hey, I'll have my regular?
Yes, I want to be that guy.
They do know you now, don't they?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But
Still working on it.
I want to be able to pull up and go, I'll have my usual, but that has not happened.
Oh.
But what I was going to say was I saw peaks of sun on that run, and now I've seen quite a few more clouds.
Yeah, the clouds have rolled in. But, like yesterday, Mark, they'll roll in and then they'll roll right back out. These clouds aren't going to last very long, and that doesn't really help us all that much with temperatures. It's nice for now. It's a good time to get out and go for a quick run or walk if that's in your plans today. But we know the sun will come out. It'll be another blazing hot day. Here's the weather where you live right now. 79 in San Antonio. So, yeah, the clouds are here, but it's still warm. It's still sticky. 82 is what it feels like. 73 in Bernie. 75 in Kerrville. No heat indices there, but there will be this afternoon. Here's what we're thinking here in San Antonio, and this is pretty brutal. 98 is the forecast high. Temperature-wise, the feels like number, though, 102. And I know we got some football games tonight, so it's going to be hot and steamy for those games. Rain chances. Now, here is the good news. I poured through the models this morning, and I went ahead and raised rain chances on Monday. I think we'll get some scattered thunderstorms. Hopefully, some decent rain out of it. No guarantees just yet, but at least it's looking a little more promising. We're going to talk more about that and the extended forecast, too, coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Taking a look at an issue that's been going on for a while now. So this is the US 90 eastbound at I-35. So what we know is one main lane blocked and the right interchange is blocked. It appears to involve two vehicles. If this is in your morning commute, please, advise that you've been warned and find another route.
I was listening to the scanner in the newsroom earlier. I heard SAPD call for a hero truck. We see that out there. Also see what appears to be two wreckers now on the scene. So this should be clearing sooner than later.
Hopefully in the next 30 minutes. Here's today's Night at 9.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have just 9 days to avert a federal government shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he has a short-term funding solution, but it's unclear if he has enough support to advance in the House and the Democrat-led Senate. Without a funding plan, estimates project that 4 million workers won't be paid, including the military and federal law enforcement.
Federal Reserve officials voted to keep interest rates steady for now. But Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says the benchmark rate could go up if inflation heats up. Inflation is now at 3.7%. The Fed's target is 2%.
The Senate is set to vote on the new Army Chief of Staff and new Marine Corps Commandant later today. It comes after they confirmed the nomination of General C.Q. Brown as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff after a months-long stalemate that held up hundreds of military promotions.
The Biden administration is clearing the way for Venezuelan migrants to get work permits. It's an effort to respond to the migrant crisis on the southern border. Several border cities have reported a new surge of migrants, even declaring an emergency. The new policy extending legal status for some Venezuelans is just one new move announced last night by Homeland Security Department.
Goldman Sachs predicts oil prices will average $100 a barrel a year from now. Investment banking giant made that forecast based off of Saudi Arabia's aggressive supply cuts. Brent crude, the world benchmark, currently sells for about $94 a barrel. And if prices do reach $100 a barrel, that would be very bad news for drivers who are experiencing pain at the pump right now.
U.S. employers can expect to see the largest increase in health insurance costs in a decade next year. Healthcare costs are expected to jump from 5.4% to 8.5% in 2024, due in part to inflation and increasing demand for costly weight loss drugs. But healthcare consultants found most employers do not plan to shift any of that increase to their workers.
Despite slumping demand and cost-cutting efforts, shipping giant FedEx saw a rise in profits last quarter. Industry experts say they'll likely see a muted peak season, typically ahead of the holidays, usually the busiest time for carriers.
Airbnb cracks down on fakes. The company has removed 59,000 fake listings so far this year, and the company says that it also prevented nearly 160,000 more fake listings from joining the platform. A recent survey found fakes among the top concerns among Airbnb users.
Amazon is rolling out a new AI model for Alexa. The latest generative AI features will allow Alexa to hold more natural conversations. The speaker will also have a more human-like voice that expresses emotions like excitement and laughter. It's unclear when the updates will make their way into products. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your morning headlines, Google Maps is being sued for a route that took a driver over a river without a bridge, and voting machines getting tested right now.
Plus, the list of top airports in the country. Where does San Antonio International land on that list? David Sears is here. David, good morning.
I'll tell you in a minute. Suspense. I know it's killing you because you want to know how good San Antonio Airport is or how bad the San Antonio Airport. Ooh, good tease, huh? Thanks. All right, so let's start with this. This is a picture of Philip Paxton and his family. Philip died in a horrible accident in Charlotte, North Carolina. His car flipped over into a river. The bridge crossing the river completely washed out. There's Philip and his wife. Matter of fact, it had been washed out for 9 years. Philip didn't know it. He crashed and ultimately drowned, and now his family is suing Google. The family claiming that Google Maps was wrong and that it caused Philip's death. Here's how it happened. He punched in Google Map in his car. He was driving home after his daughter's birthday party. He was following a Google Map route. It took him down the road with the washed out bridge. There was no guarded edge. When he went into the water, the family says that Google had been warned time and time again that the bridge had been washed away.
Phil had no idea that for 9 years, there was a 20-foot canyon in the middle of the road, in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
Everything that we thought was our future kind of just changed and disappeared in an instant. I want who's ever responsible, to be held accountable. And, we want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Google did respond with sympathies and also saying our goal is to provide accurate routing information in maps, and we are reviewing this lawsuit. The old bridge and road, privately owned, that owner also named in the suit. All right, when you think about it, we are not really all that far from the election next year, the primaries and the general election. You are looking at voting machines, and these voting machines getting inspected. If you remember, there was a lot and still is a lot of controversy over some of the machines. So 3 of the big voting machine vendors have invited a group of cybersecurity researchers to test the machine's software and hardware for 2 days. There is a name for it. The action is called Coordinated Vulnerability Disclosure. They put the machines through attack scenarios like stuffing ballot boxes and knocking electronic poll books offline. Those poll books are what polling stations use to process voters. The companies are starting to look over some of the results, and they have already found some things they can tweak to those security protocols. And San Antonio International has some work to do. J.D. Powers released its 2023 North America Airport Satisfaction Study. It sounded kind of odd, but Detroit comes in at number 1. That is in the mega airports category. San Antonio is 9th in the large airports category. Dallas and Houston in the same category. Love is 4th, Hobby is 7th. The rankings were based on terminal facilities, airport arrival departure, baggage claim, security check, check-in, baggage check, and food, beverage, and retail. In the mega category, Newark was the worst, and in the large category, Philadelphia was last. So be careful of what airport you go to and be ready.
Way to go, San Antonio.
That's ninth, not bad. They can move up.
It's an easy, I always tell my friends and family who fly through, don't stress about San Antonio.
Not at all.
It's super easy.
But we would like for them to be at least ahead of Houston.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And maybe even
that's
down. Love
tough
Field would be hard to
That's
get.
tough since they're a
And
massive airport.
And looking forward to that big announcement from the airport today at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll see. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. And another big story that broke about an hour ago, Robert Murdoch is stepping down as chairman of Fox and News Corp. He said his son will take over as the sole chairman of both companies. We have an article on KSAT.com where you can read more about this story.
Yeah, I think Rupert's son Lachlan is the one that's going to be running both companies now. 9:07, 79 degrees coming up next on GMSA at 9.
For Hispanic Heritage Month, there's an event that hopes to inspire, motivate, and empower while highlighting Latinx tech leaders.
Tiffany Huertas, tells us about the engaging sessions bringing together these tech leaders.
Plus, going grocery shopping. Oh my gosh, I go every day. During times of inflation, it can be painful to your wallet, and looking for ways to save is something we all want to do. So in our next half hour, we're going to be speaking with a personal finance creator to learn some tips and tricks on how to get the most of our money.
In this week's edition of Tech SA, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and a local event is highlighting, connecting, and celebrating Latinx founders in technology.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live for the 6th Annual Latinx and Tech Summit at Capitol Factory, the Boeing Center at Techport SA with more. Good morning, Tiff.
Good morning. This is going to be an exciting day, a big celebration. Tech leaders from across Texas are going to be coming here, and take a look. These are just some of the images from the last event they held, and about 80 people showed up. And this morning we have Luis with Capitol Factory to talk more about this. Good morning, Luis.
Good morning.
Tell me about this year's event. What topics are being covered here?
Well, we're really excited that we'll be highlighting Latino and Latina-led tech companies here, primarily from San Antonio, from all over throughout the state. Here at Capitol Factory is part of our annual Latinx and Tech event. We're excited to be able to bring amazing tech founders that have started companies within the last 10 years that are really making a huge impact, not only in the ways in which they're serving customers, but also here in the community.
How has the tech landscape evolved over the years? More diverse?
It's been really a remarkable change. Not only have we historically seen a change in diversity here in tech, but we've also seen an incredible amount of critical mass that's been growing. From the history back in the 90s with Janie Martinez Gonzalez and Bill, who started Webhead, we're seeing an enormous growth of companies where there was previously one, and now we've got dozens of tech companies led by Latinos here in San Antonio. We're excited to highlight those stories today.
How important is it to have those stories here told and have this event?
It's incredibly important for the following reasons. One, these stories are undertold. We have underrepresented founders who haven't had the opportunity to talk about not only their experience as Latinos in building tech companies, but more importantly, how culture, how language, how place have really helped them shape not only the companies that they're building, but also why they're choosing to build it here in San Antonio. The second reason it's incredibly important is to inspire the next generation of Latino tech leaders here in this community, those that are still undergraduates in high school and junior high, or people that are thinking like, shoot, why can't I go ahead and start a company? So to be able to sort of tell their stories, to say that si se puede, this is how we can do it, this is how it's done, it's important to highlight those stories and celebrate their success.
I love that. Si se puede. What an amazing event here. We're going to give you more details coming up on the noon show and hear from other leaders in the tech industry. Thanks for joining us. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Tiff.
It is Thursday time for another drought update. I wish we could stop doing drought updates.
And I wish those clouds actually had some moisture or rain in them.
That would be a difference maker for sure.
Yeah.
But I do like that you've upped our chances in the long term.
Yes, that's the good news. Yes, I'm about to show the drought monitor, so don't switch the station. I'll get through it quick, but we do have to talk about it because the drought is still here, hasn't moved. You have the exceptional drought, which is over San Antonio, up towards Fredericksburg, Austin. You know the drill here. This is the area that has been hit hardest by the drought, and now it's starting to stretch out towards Houston. So we got a large area here of East Texas that is really suffering from lack of rainfall, and we're starting to see some of that build in West Texas too. So what are we going to see that's going to change things? There is some rain in the forecast. We got to get to Monday though. Monday is probably, if we're going to see any rain, it's going to be the day, and it does show that we have some chances of rainfall here over those areas that are drought stricken. So that could be good. This could be good. And I'll show you that forecast here in just a second, but we do need to talk numbers here. More than 744 consecutive days that some part of South Central Texas has been in a drought. That is an absolutely incredible number. Last time we were drought-free, early September 2021. Wow, what a stretch here. And again, rain chances are there Sunday into Monday, but it's really Monday afternoon that I want to watch. I think we could get some thunderstorms if everything works out the way it's looking. And then we would clear out Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, certainly not clear. We've got cloudy skies. The clouds have rolled in. 79 in San Antonio. 82 is what it feels like. Seguin's at 78. Feels like 80 there. Bernie and Kerrville in the mid-70s. It's not a bad start to your morning, but it is going to be another day in which we warm up very quickly. Once these clouds get out of here, and you can see on the satellite picture, we've got a deck of clouds working over top of us right now. These should thin out within the next hour or so. Sun pops out, and we'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Little piece of energy working through North Texas. That's creating some showers and storms there. Those are all going to stay well to our north and west and really move over top of us, or move away from us, I should say, with a ridge of high pressure moving up across North Texas and Oklahoma. We're just not going to see that energy here. So that keeps us dry. Our forecast for this afternoon, the heat index. Okay, this is what it's going to feel like around 5 o'clock. 102 here in San Antonio, 104 in Elmendorf, 105 in Forestville. Humidity is going to be rather thick, and with these temperatures, this is what we have to deal with. It still feels very much like summer thanks to our ridge of high pressure. So here's a look at the futurecast, and the high does start to shift a little bit. So by tomorrow, I think we could see a couple of showers along the coast, nothing significant. Then as we get into Saturday, there will be some storms across central Texas, maybe back out towards Del Rio. I don't think we see it here in San Antonio, so any action on Saturday is going to be off to our north and west. Then as we get into Sunday, rain gets a little bit closer. Sunday afternoon, we could see some pop-up isolated storms, but it's Monday. As a piece of energy comes in from the north, we see these storms drop north to south into San Antonio. I'd say during the afternoon hours is probably our best shot, depending on how this sets up, but we could see some pockets of heavy rain. This should be pretty quick moving. But good to see that the models have been pretty consistent with this, and hopefully we will get some rain out of it here in San Antonio. 97 tomorrow, 97 Saturday, 98 on Sunday, and then a little cooler with that chance of rain Monday. And behind that system, we should get some drier air and slightly cooler temperatures, 90s, lows in the low 70s. That's not horrible as we officially go in the fall, by the way.
Okay, is that our last week of September? I'm like trying to look at my calendar.
Not yet, right?
No, like that week. Hold on.
Which week?
Next week. Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
And we're still in the 90s.
The first is Friday, a week from tomorrow.
No,
2 weeks from tomorrow.
No, the first is Sunday.
Oh my gosh, this is a mess. We didn't even plan this.
No.
I know.
Thank you, Justin.
You're welcome.
We should probably just get rid of the phones, go back to old school calendars.
Yeah.
I do like writing on old school calendars.
I know, I
It's
get
just-
it.
Yeah.
People are like, can you guys just move on? 918, 79 degrees.
Coming up, we are featuring one of the many local organizations taking part in the Big Give that's underway right now until 6 p.m. tonight. How one man broke the stigma of reaching out for help and saved his and his kids' lives.
I was looking at August, my apologies. Plus, what a criminal with a violent history was doing that put a whole neighborhood in fear. There's that doorbell camera from up in Stone Oak when we come back.
Things starting to clear up at this incident that we showed you just the top of our show, US 90 eastbound, with one of those lanes blocked. One of those cars was packed up and towed off.
Clearing any second.
Right?
Yeah. It was a frightening weekend for one neighborhood in Stone Oak.
A man with a violent criminal history was going up to people's doors demanding to be let in.
Daniela Ibarra shows us video of those moments.
This video gives Lisa Sin chills.
It still feels like a nightmare.
On Sunday, Sin watched on her phone as this man strolls up to her door, gun in hand. Her kids hid inside their Stone Oak home alone.
I was just praying that he wouldn't do anything. Didn't hurt my kids. Take my stuff. I don't care, but don't hurt my kids.
34-year-old Christopher Rodriguez is accused of terrorizing several neighbors in Summer Glen.
Actually, one of our neighbors picked him up in the back of his truck and took him outside of the community.
An incident report from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says that neighbor drove Rodriguez to the nearby Canyon Springs golf course. The report says Rodriguez pulled a gun on the neighbor, telling him, quote, he had two choices and that neither of them were good. Rodriguez, who was out on parole, has a violent criminal history dating back more than 15 years. Just last week, BCSO began investigating after a woman accused Rodriguez of punching her while Rodriguez drove a car and then at the couple's apartment. Assaults, according to BCSO, that took place in front of a newborn baby. That same woman told deputies Rodriguez tortured and killed her cat in front of her in May.
This guy has a rap sheet a mile long. There's no reason why he should have been on the streets in the first place.
While Rodriguez is now in custody, Sin says her family struggles to feel safe.
We're all a little traumatized right now.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Well, another news, San Antonio's huge charity initiative, The Big Give, ends tonight at 6 p.m. And this morning, we're highlighting one of the organizations with services that spans 27 counties in the state.
Courtney Friedman tells us about a specific program at SJRC Texas that focuses on fathers.
It is pretty difficult sometimes.
Casey Heckendorf has 2 kids ages 15 and 4, so he knows how fast the stages change.
You're always constantly worrying, okay, how am I going to make money? You know, how am I going to protect this little one?
He said there's a stigma for dads about reaching out for help, but 2 years ago, he broke out of that and turned to foster care agency SJRC Texas, which has a program geared specifically towards men who are caregivers.
So that they understand the milestones of children, what to expect, help to lower child abuse and prevent those things.
Melissa Loyola is SJRC's community prevention supervisor and says participation in the fatherhood program has spiked over the past 4 years.
We do a father-child fishing event, so super fun. We also partner with our local gym to do what we call gym games.
There is even this play area in the SJRC New Braunfels location where kids and families can come play together and connect.
And the support is constant for small issues.
One day they could like mac and cheese, the next day they don't.
And big issues.
They're kind of coaching you like, hey, maybe try this. And then it works. And then you're like, hey, it worked, you know?
Heckendorf still can't believe the program is free.
Yeah, this program needs to be like throughout the whole world. Everybody needs to know about this program because, I mean, the things that this program does is beyond amazing.
He hopes the community will continue to help fund it and the long list of other SJRC programs. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Courtney. Again, the Big Give ends at 6 p.m. If you wish to donate or learn more about SJRC, head to KSAT.com for a link to our website.
926, 79 degrees. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including where the Smithson Valley High School football coach now ranks on the all-time wins list for Texas as they get ready to face New Braunfels Canyon in our Game of the Week.
How much have food prices risen in the past year? We'll tell you after the break, plus what you can do to help save a buck or two at the grocery store. Thanks to inflation, grocery shopping can be downright painful these days.
Food prices rose 4.3%. That's between August of last year and August of this year. That's according to the most recent Consumer Price Index report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
All right, so joining us this morning from Chile, Colorado, is a personal finance creator, V. Weir, to help us learn some tips and tricks on how to save money on groceries.
Good morning,
Hi, how are y'all?
V. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so V, you're a content creator who manages the personal finance brand V Frugal Fox. So what are some tips? What are your first of all, general tips when it comes to saving money on groceries?
Well, the obvious one is to shop more generic brands. Don't go for the Campbell's soup, go for the store brand. I know it seems like pennies, but you will save money overall. You can also cut back on expensive meat. I know that's a hard sell in Texas, but maybe having a meatless Monday, something along those lines, or just opting for chicken and turkey over beef and pork. You can also get perishable foods at a discount when you know your grocery store's rotations and product and their sales cycles. So once you know that, you know when they're trying to get rid of product faster, therefore foods go on discount. And like I said, with brand loyalty, store loyalty, I wouldn't have store loyalty. I would try to shop at a bunch of different places because you can get better deals that way.
All right, V, what items at the store have gone up the most in the past year? Are there any surprises there?
Frozen fruits and veggies seem to have gone up. It's important to remember that very random things have gone up. But overall, it is still a 3% increase. So you're not crazy. Things have generally gone up. But frozen non-carbonated juices and drinks, fruits and vegetables, uncooked beef steaks, things like that have gone up. But eggs, milk, and butter have decreased. So, a mixed bag there.
Yeah, there are a few surprises there, right?
And salad dressing up 12%.
Didn't think about that.
I never buy salad dressing. Anyways.
Maybe make your own.
Yeah. Okay, so how do grocery prices compare between different stores?
It really depends on your geographic location, and honestly, it changes week by week. But what I would say is definitely shop at different stores. If you can get something cheaper at the Dollar Tree, there's no shame in getting it at the Dollar Tree. Just go ahead and check out the prices. Like I said, just don't try to shop at one store. That's almost a guaranteed way that you're going to spend more money.
All right, so does buying groceries online or doing curbside and delivery save you money at all?
I love curbside pickup. I mean, I started doing it in the pandemic, obviously, like everybody else. But it's a way to avoid impulse spending, which is really where a lot of people get tripped up at the grocery store and end up paying way more than they need to. It's just great when you can stick to your list on an app, send it in and pick it up. You don't spend extra time, perusing the aisles and spending money on things you shouldn't. I would say with delivery, be careful because you might be spending more on the delivery convenience than you are saving money on groceries. So just be aware of the return on investment that you're getting.
Yeah, if you're doing curbside, they don't have that French bread, that fresh French bread, that's like wafting. They put it right there when you're checking out.
Got to factor that in. All right, V. Weir from just outside Boulder, Colorado, proudly wearing her sweater. Thank you, V.
Thank you, V.
You're welcome.
All right, happy fall.
Stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm. Nowhere near 50 degrees here in San Antonio.
Definitely staying warm here in San Antonio. You see those clouds. It looks like they're starting to move off a little bit, Justin.
They're trying to. You got your sweaters ready for winter?
For Saturday.
Maybe a few months from now.
Right.
We can break out the sweaters.
Few months.
December.
It's almost October.
I know.
Like I'm getting mad at Justin for it.
One of these days. It's okay. I want to show you a picture here on KSAT Connect. This is a great shot of the sunrise this morning. It really was pretty. We had some of those clouds trying to roll in, some of the colors you see there in the distance. We appreciate you sending in that picture. That's from Seth. And you can always send in those KSAT Connect pictures via our KSAT weather app and KSAT app as well. Here's a look at the satellite picture. Yeah, we do have some clouds moving through. Looks like kind of multi-level clouds here, but this should clear out later this afternoon. I do think we'll see plenty of sun later today, and temperatures will make their way up to around 90 by noontime, eventually up to 97 or 98 for a high, mostly sunny. No rain chances today, but as we mentioned earlier, there is a rain chance as we get into early next week, and it's looking better and better. We'll take another look at that forecast in the tropics, too, here in just a couple minutes. Guys?
Did it finally clear?
Looks like it cleared at 90 and 35 mark. I mean, we said it 30 minutes at the top of the show, be cleared, and it has since cleared.
Just happened in the last few minutes. KSAT Community partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank to help fight hunger during Hunger Action Month. Tomorrow we'll be hosting a town hall starting at 2:30 so you can learn how to give back. The town hall will be live streamed on our website. You can find more information about Hunger Action Month on KSAT.com.
Then on Saturday, it's our annual Head for the Cure 5K to raise money for brain cancer research. You can still register for the race. Just go to headforthecure/San Antonio. Use the promo code KSAT for $5 off the registration fee. The 5K starts Saturday morning at 8 outside Providence Catholic School. That's right across from our KSAT studio.
9:35, 80 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
When we come back, RJ Marquez checks out the Bracken Bat Cave and tells us just how many species of bats are now calling Texas home.
And a preview of our BGC Game of the Week between Smithson Valley and New Braunfels Canyon. We'll be right back. The Bracken Cave Preserve, northeast of San Antonio, is home to an estimated 20 million Mexican free-tailed bats that are vital to our ecosystem.
RJ Marquez and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt take us to the cave and inside what's known as the Batnado.
One by one, they emerge at sunset on a mission.
They're coming out for dinner, so they're going to come out and forage all night long. They'll be flying at least 60 miles away.
The Mexican free-tailed bats have become a sight to see, a phenomenon unique to our area.
The bats are coming out at the bottom of an 80-foot deep sinkhole, so spiraling out in a counterclockwise vortex. We call it a batnado.
They create the batnado to get thousands of colonies out of the cave.
When they drop off the ceiling, the vortex, the spiraling vortex that you see, allows those smaller groups to get together.
We're in the middle of the Batnado right now. As you can see, there are millions of Mexican free-tailed bats flying behind me, emerging out of this cave right now. We're told that they're going to forage 150 tons of bugs and insects, basically their food, just tonight.
Most of those bugs are going to be agricultural pests, so they're real important to our local farmers for all the agricultural pests that they eat.
While the Mexican freetails are the main tenants during the summer, they aren't the only bat species in our area. Biologist Jeremiah McKinney is conducting an acoustic survey at Natural Bridge Caverns to identify how many species call San Antonio home.
We've documented with the software indicating possibly 16 species at the ranch, which is a very wide array of species.
Many of these species are tree bats, and in the past 15 years, these experts say that urbanization and the drought are their biggest threats.
You're obviously losing diversity because they're having to search far and wide to get to water.
We have 32 different species of bats that call Texas home. When we're losing that green space, we're losing that habitat for those bats.
Farmland is where these freetails are headed tonight. The wind's guiding them as far away as Pleasanton before they return.
You can't beat being here because you can hear the bats, you can smell the bats, and you can see the bats. This emergence that we're seeing right now is going to last for at least 3.5 hours.
Reporting from Bracken Bat Cave, RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
More on the bats in a moment, but first check out our new sloth cam. Oh no, just flamingos still.
Oh, wait.
Oh, hold on though.
Wait, are those peacocks?
Those are peacocks.
Oh,
right?
Wait,
the peacocks are invading, and look, they've pushed the flamingos into the water.
Oh yeah.
And I think we have a line of defense there that they're just standing around. No, this is.
What is this, Nat Geo?
It's like a turf war going on right now.
It's like Animal Planet. So we've got the peacocks, the Egyptian geese, and the flamingo standoff continues out at the San Antonio
We'll
Zoo.
keep you updated.
All right, back to bats. One, Justin will agree that nightly, depending on how radar is set, we can see the Batnado on Doppler radar.
Well, yeah, you can see that it's like a concentric circle depending on the winds, how they go out.
This bloom of bat activity on radar.
It's wild. I love to watch it. But also one thing we're going to be watching for, we've got the big eclipse coming up on October 14th, obviously, and then the total solar eclipse next year. There's been some studies about how the bats will react.
Wait, how are they? Well, what are the studies saying that they're going to react? How they're going to react?
I don't know that the annular eclipse in October is going to do. It's so short they may not really react to it. But the total solar eclipse in April, when it gets dark, their senses tell them to go out and get.
Okay, well, here's
food,
my question. Are they clockwork, like by the minute they come out, or is it as soon as the sun comes down, they're out?
They do. I
and
think
who's
it's
the
like
bat
clockwork.
leader who determines, okay, guys, it's time. We're going out.
I don't know, but it'll be an interesting study to see what happens during the eclipse. And it's not just bats. All animals are
The raccoons will come out.
The birds act differently.
And one last tangent. Justin said that there are critters that know the bat's pattern and they wait at the mouth of the Bracken Bat Cave.
I've heard that there are snakes that will just...
and other creatures will grab a bat on the way out.
Speaking of Nat Geo, it's
That is
all happening.
really aggressive. Just the snakes, just like, wow.
Hey man, nature's crazy.
It is a crazy
It's
thing.
awesome.
Brutal.
Thank you
Anyway.
for watching Animal Planet.
But I digress. We were talking about cold weather earlier. We talked to Miss V, right?
Yep,
she said it was
Colorado.
50s there, 57 in Denver. That's what they're dealing with right now. It's 49 in Seattle and Portland, 43 in Cupping. So there's some cold air. We're starting to finally see some signs of fall, with some systems starting to develop and pulling down some cold air from Canada. We're not going to see it here yet, but it is good to start to see that that kind of thing take shape. And as we look at Texas, 70s and 80s right now, it's going to be another really hot day. Brownsville's already at 87, so they'll be in the 90s here within the next couple of hours. Because of our ridge-fied pressure, this thing has been steady all summer. It came back to visit us last couple of days. Then it starts to move away again. So I'm going to fast forward to tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We could see some showers along the coast. Nothing very heavy, some light stuff, but something to watch. And as we get into Saturday evening, we should see some storms up across parts of central Texas, west Texas. I just don't think we see it here. So we keep rain out of the forecast on Saturday. It'll be a mostly sunny, hot day. Sunday, storms start to get a little bit closer. This is 5 o'clock Sunday. We start to see a little bit of activity. I still think most of Sunday is quiet, so the weekend looks pretty good. But as we get into Monday, that's when we start to see storms make their way into our area. I think by the afternoon, we'll get a little disturbance moving in, and that should kick off the thunderstorm activity. Could even see a few strong storms, although it's a little early to be talking about that yet. We'll certainly keep tabs on it. This is our next best chance of rain in the forecast. Right now, 79 and mostly cloudy. Southerly winds at 9 miles per hour. Dew point is at 73, so it's humid, it's sticky. One of the reasons we're seeing the morning clouds, but it's also going to contribute to heat indices later today, where we could see the heat index jump as high as 102 in some cases here around San Antonio. But actually quite a bit of cloud cover. This is the most clouds we've seen in a while, so it may help a little bit this morning to keep temperatures in check. 78 Kerrville, 80 in Hondo, 81 Creosote Springs, 83 Kennedy, 82 right now in Gonzales and around Bexar County. We're right at about 80 degrees at most locations. Dew points, as I said, mid-70s to upper 70s, and that puts us in the oppressive category. So it is going to be pretty sticky. I think the dew points come down probably into the 60s this afternoon, but still high enough to where you'll feel it. 89 noontime. 4 o'clock, 97. We top out at 98. That's where we were yesterday, so this is pretty much a carbon copy of yesterday with clear skies tonight and a good southeasterly breeze anywhere from 5 to 15. Football's tonight, too. If you're going out to some of the games, know that it will be warm at kickoff, 95. We're probably down to about 90 at halftime. Sunset is at 7:32. Out in the tropics, we've got a couple of areas that we're watching. 40% chance of development, so that's up from yesterday. This one looking better and better. This is probably going to be a named storm here pretty soon. Nigel's going off into colder water, so we're not going to worry about that anymore. But the forecast with this storm system, a lot of the models do want to develop it to a named storm, perhaps a hurricane at some point. The question will be, does it take that turn and move out towards the Atlantic, or does it continue into the Caribbean? Hard to say yet. Most of the models want to have it take that turn north, but we'll see. We need to watch it just in case, because if it does get into the Caribbean, then that could be a problem. Meantime, Kenneth is out here in the Pacific. Some of this moisture, believe it or not, or at least some of this energy, is going to get pulled up around our ridge and actually into Texas with our next chance of rain. So there is a little bit of a connection there. We do look to the Pacific, as I said yesterday, a lot of times this time of year to bring us at least a little bit of moisture. So the extended forecast, 97 next couple of days, 98 as we get into Sunday, 40% chance of rain Monday. That is our day that we'll be watching and that we're excited about.
Okay. So we did figure out that that is the last week of September and that we're still in the 90s.
I'm staying out of it. I don't want to make it worse.
Well, September could go down as the hottest September on record after having the hottest
But
August on record.
we're usually like average in the 80s by October.
Yeah.
And by now, what is our average?
We should start to dip into the 80s here fairly soon. By the end of September, I believe our averages drop down into the 80s. So this year has been...
It's been a cruel summer.
It's been bad.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's take a look at some sports. Smithson Valley Rangers fresh off a 1-0 start to district play and a 300 career win milestone for head coach Larry Hill. Coach Hill now the 15th on the Texas high school football all-time wins list. Smithson Valley now preparing for their Week 5 matchup with New Braunfels Canyon tomorrow night, which is our big game coverage game of the week. And the District 12 5A D1 favorites are more motivated now than ever to keep up their winning ways.
It was awesome. It was just exciting because he does so much for us, and it was cool to see him reach a milestone like that.
For preparing pretty rigorously for him this week. We were watching film on them, got a good system, good quarterback, good receivers out there, really good running back. So we're really trying to stay focused on doing our job, everybody doing their job and staying focused on their key. Really trying to play disciplined football going into Canyon, because if you don't, they can really gas you and hurt you.
On the opposite sideline, the Canyon Cougars coming off a heartbreaker to district foe Bernie Champion. Cougars lost big, 31-14. Champion scored a last-second field goal to steal the district opener by a 34-31 final. But it's a new week, and the Cougs have turned the page, now focused on Smithson Valley.
It was a tough game that got out of our reach there, but it was a good experience for our guys.
No, we have fight, but finally started fast, but have to finish strong like the first two games, the first 3 games.
It's an important game because you're fighting for that district title, and I know they're coming for it too, so we're going to do everything we can.
Cougar Stadium is a site for tomorrow's 7 o'clock kickoff between New Braunfels Canyon and Smithson Valley. It'll be a good one. Look for more big game coverage right here on KSAT 12.
Thank you, Mark. It's 9:50 and 80 degrees. Well, there's always a possibility of messing up your hair when you do your own hair, especially if you're a child. We come back, 3 sisters go viral after their catastrophe, and it's something extremely relatable.
When your little sister comes asking for scissors.
For what? Something. Just something. Be careful.
Should have cut her off. Valentina Zamaripa of Mission, Texas was doing her video blog.
Daddy said come right here. Come here. I told you right here.
And thus began an almost 6-minute TikTok that commenters described as literally a coming-of-age movie. They tried to keep Mom in the dark.
Tomorrow's nothing.
The smiling scissor wielder surrendered a lock of hair.
Why are you laughing? I told you not to do anything stupid.
So Valentina did something smart, asking her smartphone
How to cut and bake.
Her smirky 3-year-old sister threatened to tattle.
Whoa, you're in trouble.
So her sisters jumped her, and Valentina offered a bribe for her silence.
I'll give you a cookie.
15-year-old Valentina valiantly tried to fix the damage.
Oh my God.
While 8-year-old Camellia fretted.
What have you done to my life? Well, that's cute. You look like Hermione from Harry Potter.
Mom kept coming back.
No.
If someone misbehaves, they all risk losing their wireless.
If one goes down, we all go down. Because my mom has always taught us to stick together.
They hid the evidence. The lock of hair ended up in the trash, even though.
I wanted to sell it because I'm a celebrity. I'm famous.
And then there was the finger pointing.
Whose idea was that? Valentina.
At each other.
But you really turned on your big sister.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
And Mom raised the specter of Dad.
Go show your dad. Go show your dad.
Pray for them.
No need. Dad said the bangs looked great. Crisis averted at school picture day. What started with bangs ended with a whimper.
It looks pretty. I don't think she'll mind.
Ginny Mouse, CNN, New York.
Nah.
They do look pretty good.
They look good now. That when they're like, you look like Hermione from Harry Potter.
A little bit, but they made it work.
We've all been there. You have daughters.
Yeah,
I'm sure they've done this behind your back.
That's already happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it has. We got through it. It was fine.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age, like they said.
Yeah, someone's hair always has to get cut. I did it to my younger brother, and I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I did mine recently, and it never grew back.
Have a good day.